Hello and welcome to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your reader, the Gemstar, and this is the weekly tea. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. For your own personal private readings with the Gemstar, visit our website at kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site in the description box below. Now, let's have a sip of the weekly tea together. Welcome back, Pisces, to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your oracle and reader, the Gemstar, and I'm here to spill the weekly tea for my little fishies. Thank you so much for showing your support for the channel, for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Thank you so much, Pisces. Let's see what your weekly tea is working with. What are the messages coming through? Holding on to that which you have built. You may be protecting your heart at this time, or just trying to hold on to all that you have built up to this point. Oh, this is going to be a money week, a focus on finances, on financial situations and issues. We see 4 of coins, 8 of coins, the Emperor. We can see some bonuses, some pay raises. You may be getting promoted as well to a position of authority, Pisces, this week. You may be getting some money this week, all of a sudden, out of the blue. There's some money coming through this week. We got to be careful with some lies as well. All right, so we have this week, Pisces, your energy is here. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You also have earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You have Aries coming through, and you have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius with that Ace of Swords. Oof, and this 5 of Swords. Okay, it's getting nasty. It's getting nasty over inheritance, over finances, over money, possibly this week ahead. Let's get an oracle message for this week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the oracle message for my little fishies this week ahead? Movement into balance. Movement into balance. Let's see. Let's get into this tea, Pisces. Pisces, this week ahead, we can see that there may be a clash between you and someone else this week because of control and emotions. All right. Emotions are running high. People want to control the situation or the outcome. And this can cause a clash between you and someone else. There's someone making effort and it's being met up with resistance here. There's clarity and then there's confusion. There's white lies being told here. And it is ending in tension and confusion. So this week we see a situation that has a lot of tension going on, a lot of confusion going on. There's a need for clarity. People are clashing at this time because they're not coming from a transparent place. All right. There's a lot of underhanded energy I'm feeling with your weekly tea this week, Pisces. So someone here may be holding on tightly for fear of loss of someone's affections or for someone's financial assistance. And someone is feeling a need to control the situation because this is a form of self-protection for them. So this week, somebody's making a lot of effort in trying to improve a situation, working on themselves and trying to hold on to something, trying to defend something, guard something, or protect something. For some Pisces, you can try be trying to prevent a loss. And this is why the holding on to something tightly this week and being very focused on something or someone. There's this energy of authority, of structure, of control. This may be your energy this week, Pisces, or someone that you are dealing with this week. But this person wants things done their way. They want things done their way. And you may be clashing with them because you may want things done your way. You may be needing something to be done a different way or come from a different approach, and you're dealing with someone stubborn, inflexible, that has to have their way. Someone is holding on tightly here, trying to work on something or trying to maintain control this week, Pisces. They're stepping into this dominant energy here with the Emperor. And this is someone who believes they must manage the situation rather than feel it. All right. So they want to manage it, and someone may be managing your finances, managing your budget, managing some money that they're giving to you or they're helping you manage. Someone is wanting to take total control, take over a business, or take over financial decisions in your current situation or the situation that's playing out this week, Pisces. There's also this energy, Pisces, of this Ace of Swords reversed here. It's the only one reversed. So there may be some miscommunication, some confusion, or some lack of clarity on a financial situation this week, delegating responsibilities or paying bills this week. But either way, even if you're not having financial conversations, this may affect you financially. A decision that's being made or not being made, or a financial decision that is in somebody else's hands, or that somebody else is making themselves responsible of taking care of, and they have it to have it done their way. Be careful with other people managing your money, Pisces. There's a truth not being spoken or a conversation being avoided. This may be between a parent and child, between a boss and a subordinate. You may not be discussing raise, or you may not be discussing on fair payment. Someone has been remaining silent, or they're confused as to what they should be getting paid, what they should be receiving financially, what they should be receiving in a relationship or a situation. And this needs some clarifying this week because you're looking for stability. You want to get grounded. You want something that you can rely on and count on. It's like when you take on a temporary job and you don't know if they're going to take you on permanently. You're concerned and worried about where your next check is going to come from. I'm feeling this energy, and you need to know like where your next meal is going to come from. And this is your focus. This is your concern this week because you value stability and security, Pisces. And this is what you need at this time. You're looking for responsible people to work with, to work for, to have in your life, to be surrounding you at this time. And so a fallout could be occurring because of conflict of the egos, battle of the egos, tension building up in a situation. There's some disagreements that you may be having with someone that nobody's really truly gonna win. Nobody's truly gonna win with this Five of Swords. But, there's going to be sharp words said. There's going to be defensiveness. People are going to be taking an emotional stance here. And it looks like there may be a fallout this week, Pisces, because of miscommunication, of clashing of wants and needs, or how something should be done. So this week, you can be dealing with a situation or a person who is guarded, controlling, trying to manage a situation, and one person is trying to deal with it logically, while another person is dealing with it emotionally. Somebody is emotionally open here, but confused or unable to communicate clearly. So someone is trying to be logical in a situation this week, while someone is all in their feelings and can't express what it is they want. One person is not having any problem expressing how something should be done or how something should go, while someone is having trouble this week speaking up. And that may be you, Pisces. You may need to speak up in this situation. There may be communication blocked as well, and that's why something is not getting resolved. There's tension being built up, and then when you do have a conversation, it leads to a clashing of the egos, and conflict and arguments stem from this. So you're dealing with a difficult situation where people are standing their ground this week, where people are trying to tell you, what to do with your money or how something should be done, Pisces. And you're not liking this. You're going to speak up on this, you're going to stand your ground. One person is being emotionally open, but they're not being heard because the other person is being guarded and controlling and trying to fix everything instead of putting themselves in someone else's shoes. And there's a lot of miscommunication this week, Pisces, that's going to lead to conflicts. There's disagreements, there's emotional blowups happening, but this needs to be addressed honestly. People got to become transparent in this situation because people have been holding back, people haven't been speaking up. There has been lies told. People are confusing other people in certain situations, gaslighting. Someone here may also be holding on to old patterns out of fear with this Four of Pentacles coming through. You may be working hard emotionally to resist emotional vulnerability against someone who's very aggressive, Pisces. It's like you can't be your vulnerable self, or you feel like you can't speak your truth because you feel like somebody is going to blow up. And because you want to avoid this, you shut down. You need to stand your ground. You need to stand your ground. You need to come from a place of honesty and clarity to resolve a conflict or a situation this week ahead, when someone, is coming on too forceful, too controlling, and you're not liking it. You're not liking it. Pisces, let's get into your weekly oracle, which is movement into balance. Yes, because here there's a lot of instability. There's a lot of one sidedness, someone wanting all the control, and this needs to be brought into balance. It's like you're holding on to what you have for dear life because you feel like you're under attack, for some of you, Pisces, of someone coming in and trying to take what you've worked hard for, or at least is threatening your security in a situation that you need to speak up about this week. So, for Pisces this week, you're going to be moving from unbalanced ideas and lifestyles into a more balanced way of being. A situation may call for some tweaking to adjust it into balance mode. Look at the energy and emotions you are putting out into the universe this week, the world, your relationships, or your goals. Balance that with the energy you are allowing yourself to receive. Right. There's not an equal give and take here because someone is wanting all the control while making another subordinate to them. So there is a need for balance this week. If you are not receiving enough, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of that automatic response and listen to your guides and your soul for what this situation truly warrants. Are you giving too much, Pisces? Is somebody taking too much? You need to set this situation into balance. Yes, it's going to cause conflict of the egos, control, power, all right? People wanting the control and the power over your life, over your situation. You need to take control back of your life, of this situation. It's not going to be to others' liking when you speak your truth, but your truth needs to be spoken. And you need to get out of a situation that's confusing, misleading, gaslighting, abusing, and taking your kindness for weakness, Pisces. This has been your weekly tea. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao. It's your reader, the Gemstar. Thank you so much for stopping by, sipping some weekly tea with us. Support your content creators. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And to receive your own personal private reading, book it at our website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site, in the description box below. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao.